Draw fouls, and he can't do that against Butler.
Almanor is in with Williams. They take out Garrison. They take out Carr. A couple changes for Kentucky up front.
You don't see this very often. Kentucky having two freshmen in the game at the same time, Noah and Chandler.
Riley with a fake. He'll lean and a shoot.
Finds him. Maryland just making play after play on both ends.
It's got a feel for Illinois like there's 6 or 7 players out there right now as Riley gets into the scoring.
Block out here. That's been Illinois' way of scoring here. I know they're down. It's insane. They're down 32 points, but one of the positives for the Illini has been that they have found opportunities there on the offensive boards.
And there's Will Riley at his best, getting downhill, going.
Realize that this Maryland team is going to be 12-2 in their last 14 games. One of those losses being on a half-court shot made by Trey Holloman.
A bounce, Riley.
Great help from Derek Queen. He's guarded Vicic. He takes away that cut from Riley.
And Riley has to force up a contested jumper. He's talented enough to hit it. Gabari to the rim. Oh my, what a challenge from Jake Davis. There's Yakachonis now. The skip to Riley. Riley on the spin. Pass Young.
We still know. They have a lot of good players, but there's a lot of possibilities for them in the NCAA tournament. It's going to be fascinating to watch.
Well, matchups are going to obviously play a big role when it comes to what Illinois does on their next stop in the big dance. Here's Will Riley going downhill off the window for 2 more. Riley's got to
be at an event like this. There are so many good teams. There's so much on the line. The Big Ten tournament is such a great event. Lives up to the billing here this year.
Good eye found right there. Maybe he called Aaron Rodgers to see how he could accelerate the healing from last year.
Yeah, maybe.
Will Riley trying to find some room with his Trey Horry. The 6th man gets swat out by Hummerkaus. Yakachonis, the 3, no. Another terrific work on the glass from Will Riley.
It's down there, saving that rebound.
Oh, drive inside, and Braun's just his 2nd miss in the last 8 games.
He forgot what that feels like, I think. Unbelievable.
So clap his hands over. What is this?
Yeah. Riley turns the corner and explodes for 2. Oh, he shoots 74% at the rim. He is very good from inside the arc. People think of him as a shooter, but he's more than that. A little zone look from the Hawkeyes.
Entry, Vicic, and picking apart that zone to Riley.
From 3 coming in. That ankle injury derailed him, and once he's been back, hasn't been the same. If they could get him going again, that'd be big for Iowa.
Here's Riley, 8 early points. Pull up deep 2 is good.
And he's got credit Yakachonis. He did get back in that play and contest the shot. But a second chance opportunity goes the way of the Hawkeyes. Peyton Sanford, how about this? We haven't seen the shooting like this in quite some time.
Over a month, Riley tried to answer, and he will. 19 for Dix, 30 for Sanford to lead the way for Iowa. 24 for Boswell, pacing 5 in double figures for Illinois. On a cut, Riley to the rim with a 2-hand flush. Riley on the drive, the dish, open as white. That 3 won't go. How about another offensive rebound and putback? 14 to shoot for Thelwell. The 3 won't go. Braun's the bat out, but it ends up with Yakachonis. Doesn't have numbers, so he'll back it up. Is this the Illinois team we've waited to see all year? Healthy, ready to go.
High-octane offense.
Underhand to Riley for 2. That ball movement.
Nice from deep. Tough cover on the run out, close out.
Trey White, who's been around USC, Louisville. He's been to an NCAA tournament a couple of years ago with the Trojans.
Look at that pass again.
Another dive by Riley.
Taken away by Colvin. Up ahead, Lawyer's got to run it down. And off the lob, it's a miss for first.
They got numbers now. First is down.
It is 5-on-4 still, actually. There's the skip to get an open look. That 3 is down for Riley. Cox the shot fake. And carving the lane. He missed it.
Really tough fight. Easy goal.
This is against the 10th best two-point defense in the country. Purdue's getting all these layups.
Look at this nice cut again. They've done that terrific. Great read.
House.
They're going to play it out.
Illinois within 5. Purdue has, you could say, outplayed Illinois in the first half, certainly, but this could be a one-possession game. Yakachonis steps back, he's closed out. Riley, step back, 3, got it!
And he knew he had Smith. He knew he had 5.
Ben, as a college player, that's a good trip. That's a big win.
Oh, tough shot, but late in the shot. How about that?
Jonas puts his head down
again.
Riley reverse.
Boy, they have been magnificent reading. Great.
Let's see Billups.
Yeah. Because what they do, and then we'll get back to it. They do it again. He was looking to switch on a cutter, Smith. That's why he turned his back on the inbounder.
Heidi has 4 fouls. Riley taking him to task.
The other way, racing is White into Wolf. Contact saved by the Illini. Riley will take it inside. The bump in the gold, and then the deuce in there for.
He makes threes. He really plays hard. Here's Michigan with some pressure.
Each team is led by as many as 3. Illini in Big Ten play, 10-8. Ivisic looking inside. Will Riley gets it to go. Nice feed. Where the Big Ten tournament starts in 10 days. There could be as many as 10, 11 teams from this 18-team conference that gets in the big tournament. The NCAA tournament. Inside Riley goes colliding into War in 2019. And back to Russia during COVID. Back here to the U.S., but has not been home since. Riley, Ivisic, and scoops to Riley inside. Caught it in a foul.
He's 6'8". He's played really well today. That was a shot I don't think he should have passed on.
Cheddar 3. Rebound leaping Boswell. By the way, Yakachonis 1 of 10. One of his worst game, if not the worst game he's played so far in college basketball.
But Illinois has
the game's top freshman.
Illinois has missed 6 shots this half, Kevin, and they have 4 offensive rebounds.
Spinning, gyrating, Riley gets it to go. That's pass up. And look what he's done in his first year. They're 22-6. As of right now, a half game out of first place, and no one could have predicted that for this Michigan team when we started things off. Riley will maneuver. Donaldson will defend. Riley with a great move.
This game, they're going to have to take outside shots. They are, and it's going to have to be Josh Dix and Peyton Sanford given big-time scoring performances. They've got to stop turning the ball over, though.
That is 4 already for Iowa. Will Riley turns the corner. Hayes, count it, and the foul.
I think to continue to look for opportunities to get out and push the tempo. When they've been able to do that, they've been very effective. They have to be better against the bounce, too. And it's been a storyline for them all year long.
Again, they are playing Iowa to try to make sure they get to the Big Ten tournament because the bottom 3 teams don't make it this year with all those teams added from the West Coast.
Good for Iowa, too, loading up. You know, make Illinois prove they can make some threes with the struggles they've had. Great cut by Riley, and there's that pain playing. You lead Brock Harding, hasn't shot as well in Big Ten play. That's a shot Iowa desperately had to have.
Good pass, and another good pass. And Riley finally gets one to draw.
His game on there. He was shaking and baking with Will Riley. Pick and roll comes up, and when he gets to his spot, that's what he wants, that mid-range jumper.
Filling up 3 games over 25 this year for Josh Dix.
Efficiency is off the charts. He's one of the more efficient, high-usage players that we have in this league. Those makes coming to that Wisconsin game. Need him to be a shot maker. That's what he's on the floor for.
And there he saved it. And up ahead, Yakachonis leaves it for Riley. Fritz played at Iowa, made over 200 threes in his career. And again, Pryor started as a walk-on, went on scholarship this year as a junior. And you love to see it for those kids, right?
No doubt.
Like, he busts his butt.
No, he's totally earned it. He's a guy that works hard every day. The weight room guy, one of those dudes that is going to get after it in practice every time you're out there. Honestly, the walk-ons are huge for these programs. They really are.
And they don't get a lot of the glory.
Evans, McDonald's All-American.
had a 62-point game in the playoffs. Sixth most in state history out of Fayetteville, North Carolina.
Long, athletic, can shoot from anywhere in the gym and still is filling himself out, but getting better defensively, talking to the coach. I mean, the coaching staff to do.
Riley looking to get off down the lane, 15-foot, elevates, count it. Remember, folks, this
what makes this Duke team so tough, Gus. Multiple players can beat you off the dribble. So your initial defense and guarding the ball is imperative if you want to break down and stop dribble penetration.
And the one thing about the Duke team, this Duke team, they will share the sugar. One of the top teams in assists in the country.
Illinois team that wants to give heavy nail help, meaning there's going to be a defensive guy against all that ball screen action at the free throw line. It's going to be important to be able to close out to those open threes because Wisconsin can get hot at any time.
This guy can... Fifth-year senior from the Twin Cities in Minnesota. Now Riley, NBA range, and he buries it. And the score.
The overhelp creates a too far of a run out, and that's a wide open three that all the Wisconsin Badgers can make.
Badgers 6 of 11 from downtown. Riley hanging at the rim.
Talented.
And what a player he is, a sophomore from just outside of Detroit.
Indeed.
Riley, tough fader. Oh.
Humrica. Baseline, pure for Riley.
Not a great early sign for this Michigan State team.
Illinois has made their last 4. Riley crossover dribble, takes the bump off the glass, got it.
You think it's what did you call it earlier today with the you didn't say mohawk.
It's a Mo something. Baseline. Riley using his size inside. Gets his own rebound. Steps into a triple. Boom. Quickness. He's got 8. 4 of 8 from the field. 62-61 Spartans. Riley. They say he's an NBA player. Only a freshman. Yakachonis will make that Humrickhouse. Riley. Count.
Orange Crush going crazy.
Riley, his birthday was yesterday. Just turned 19 years old. Now this is stolen away. Humrickhouse with the steal. Riley with the deuce. Bilodeau going to work on Ivasic, but can't find the shot. And Yakachonis coming up with the board.
Bilodeau's had some good looks. He got the 3 down, but he's had some 2-point attempts that haven't dropped.
All set up by the terrific passing of Ivasic and Riley with a 7-game win streak that started back on January 17th. Trying to regain that rhythm. Shot won't go, but they've knocked off some good teams along that stretch. Many of those games out west, and now trying to figure out how to get that to travel into the central time zone as they take the trip across the country. Here's Boswell.
Oh, what a fake by Riley.
Riley with a little head fake and the finish.
Oh, man. Serious.
Yeah, he was immediately stretching that right hamstring as soon as he sat down on the bench. For now, Will Riley checks in for him. Riley with a great move. Outside, Riley to the rim.
They're just going to come back and sit down in the half-court set. It's a beautiful play call there by the Bruins.
Yakachonis with it. Riley over to get the ball, and now Riley looking for a screen, and he's able to get one. Back to Riley. Riley goes baseline, and a beautiful touch.
6, it's Garcia. Garcia with 3 to shoot. Goes baseline, challenges Ivasic. And here comes Riley. Boswell back to Riley, and we're tied at 16. Johnson poked at 3. Isaac Osima to Risby, trying to dunk it down, but denied at the rim by Davis.
Well, how about the lift off the bench by Davis? A tip in one end, a rejection on the other.
Jonas got hit in the eye. play on. Here's Riley lowering the shoulder on Oda Cali. Letting him play here tonight.
I'll tell you what, Ivisic moved pretty well laterally.
Patterson, the first goal for the double figures. He has 11. He's had a good first half. Riley sees an open lane and scores off the glass. Story has continued now into February.
And a good job by Minnesota vacating the post, going 5 out. That allowed Patterson single coverage.
Riley on the attack. And smooth. He's got his third. It's the 15th foul on the Gophers. Riley spins on Oda Cali
with the left hand.
Gophers haven't had a chance to really fly Illinois down. Not too many stops in this end of the floor, and 2020. Very floored. Didn't see it happen again tonight. Riley for three. My goodness. One, maybe two, three other guys also into double figures. But Garcia with 12 tonight. But Illinois has just been so good on this end of the floor, and that continues.
That gave him that wide open berth.
The line I've hit on its last 9 from the field. Good thing Ivisic did not fall off the elevated floor right there. That came close as he was saving that. That's the last thing that needs to happen to that young man. Riley, he checked time. Better performance than I've seen firsthand from any Big Ten team personally all year.
Well, they've taken care of the ball.
Yeah.
They've shared the ball. They've been able to get in the lane and score, which has allowed then the three-point shot to kind of come as this game has unfolded.
And the bone bruise in his knee. Wesley Yates, the third, put up 30 last night. In the loss, though, at Purdue. Claude was great in the win in Champaign. Riley over Rigsby.
Indianapolis this year is going to be crazy.
It's high-level basketball, and the depth of the conference is going to just make it to where no matter what the matchups are, it's going to be really, really fun.
The top 15 teams get in. Riley trying to get some space. Riley, tough shot. Really tricky pitch to master.
That's
right?
honestly more impressive than shooting it with backspin. Because if you think about your wrist really snapping off, how do you get no spin doing that? That's more impressive than if it looked pure.
Yeah, the margin for error is very slim.
Yeah.
Way to go, Avi. Riley inside makes it an 8-point ball. Well, here in Jersey, they are letting the officials know how they feel.
I'm bashful with that.
No. So Illinois basketball after all that. Riley goes to the cup, up and under for 2.
Just over that.
Boswell with the left hand. Didn't get it. Johnson keeps it alive for the Illini. Now Riley. Riley finishes.
I love the fact.
Deal for Harper. Instead, Boswell comes out of the fray. Ivisic for 3. Humrickhouse has been all over the offensive glass. Riley now buries it.
But you've got
6'6", 215 from Minnesota. And the switch, Riley, step back 3. Riley's feeling it.
Look at how they attack the perimeter. They do. It's Parrish over Gibbs Walhart. And the rebound is pulled down by Kylan Boswell, the Arizona transfer. He's from Champaign. And he's back here, an important part of the team. Riley will slither his way inside. He's up and down, and we talked about it the last 4 games. They cut to the basket. What a cut! Nice job. Riley, the point, number 23. This is his high in Big Ten Conference play. 19 at the half. Woo. Amazing. It's Will Riley on top. They're looking to get him maybe going towards the basket a little bit. There you go. Freshman Colin White defending just off the bench, but he puts it over. Roll with his shooting touch at the free throw line and little full court action here by Ohio State. Jonas will take it. On him is Thornton. Riley and Mobley. Riley a three. That was the first look, Kevin. And he's closing in on E.G. Liddell in terms of all-time Buckeye scoring.
And the leader, Clark. Yeah, the leader. So,
Riley. Wow. Whoa, what a play.
Take a little credit.
Appreciate
Kevin Harlan on the call.
Ohio State led by 11, and they led at 6 at the half. Ivisic on the wing. Gibbs, Lawhorn back in.
They got a post-match up there. They could have an advantage.
Riley knifing his way inside. Goaltending counted for 2. Inside. Boyle couldn't get it.
Yeah, Johnson with the defensive effort just then. He's long.
He's had the game of his career tonight.
We'll see if he can slide one down to the basket. There he goes now.
Riley again into 2 defenders.
Johnson.
Pretty nifty set from Fred Hoiberg there to free up his superstar. Little fake handoff, and Bryce Williams is all by himself. Deep 3 for Wood. Riley, my goodness. Illinois inbounding quickly, trying to get up the floor. Extra pass to Riley. In the corner for 3. Yakachonas for 3. Hard off the back iron. Esijan had it in his hands, taken away by Boswell. And in the scramble, Riley's 3 in the corner is good. Screening action. Just a staggered screen for Esijan to curl it into the middle, and that's where Esijan's more than just a three-point shooter. He can curl and go hit that little 10-footer. White, back it goes to Riley. A little low on the pass. He had an open look for a moment. Riley into the paint. That jumper rolls home. Everywhere, even away from the basketball, and he just curls all the way around to the rim. Riley again for 3 and hits it again. Illinois' base on out-of-bound defenses really got to step up. And yet just a 6-point game. Riley trying to make it a 4-point game, and he does.
Hard to come by, to say the least, for Northwestern. We'll see whether Ty Berry's 3 stems the tide a little bit here.
Well, they've gotten back to that ISO ball. Watching Martinelli and Barnheiser play, they got to get Ty Berry involved in the offense just like that.
There's Riley right into Berry, who falls down. Ty Berry.
One hand, the amount of freshmen that can make that pass that Kasparas Yakachonas just made.
That was a high level of difficulty from Hummerkaus, but again, Illinois just quicker to everything here. And Riley gets the lay-in.
Could score incredibly for a team that is ranked number 12 in the country.
Well, with this Spartans team, the sum of the whole is greater than the individual parts, and that's Will Riley, the outstanding.
Onto the floor for the first time. If you just hopped on with us, Kasparas Yakachonas, Illinois' top scorer and their best player, picked up a second early whistle less than 3 minutes into the game, so they continue to play without him. Riley buries it. Deep shot. Real tough.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be thick for both of these teams.
So an 8-point game. Riley spinning away from Richardson, taking contact.
Riley.
Cooper, pretty little spin on the baseline. As we cross the 13-minute mark in this first half, 8-point Illini lead. And look at what the freshman Riley has done. Backdoor!
Right. On the season, they have struggled to knock down the three-point shot, and 2 good looks for Holloman right there that didn't go down.
Dead last in the conference in three-point accuracy is Michigan State entering this one today. Hummerkaus gets him reset to Riley. 7 to shoot. Riley fires and sticks it. Brad Underwood. Holloman all the way to the cup.
Holloman is gassed right now. I think both teams looking for this media timeout. Furious pace.
7-point game as we come up on the midway point of the half. Riley on the catch. He's got it all working.
Boy, when he scored inside, that time was off the block. He's gone quickly and decisively. Love when big guys face up and see what the defender is doing and then take what's available.
Boswell to Riley, turns the corner. Here comes the freshman, puts it down, and contact.
So confident, Ivisic picking and popping and drilling it over Ballo.
Oh, then he sends him Baco packing.
to 3-on-1. Yakachonis leading. Gibbs Lawhorn will save. Indiana catches a break on the fast break. And lost. Still up for grabs. Yakachonis comes away with it. What a pass to the outside. White tried to take flight. Riley picks it up and puts it in.
That sums up about how this Friday at Ohio State. It has to be better than tonight. And the attention to detail has to be better than tonight. And if it's not, you'll get embarrassed. These teams are just the competition level in the Big Ten. If you don't bring it and you're not hooked up and you don't block out, you don't follow assignments, you lose by 30 points. And that's what we've seen today from Indiana.
Tough shot goes down for Riley.
Difficult shot. Able to snake it through there with the up and under.
Get inside of Will Riley, who's starting for the second consecutive game.
Riley didn't score a lot, but he had a really good floor game last time out with 7 points, 6 boards, and 6 assists.
Shot clock winding down, 5 to shoot. Riley with a spin move. Riley inside, and he's able to finish. They've come out of the locker room the first 4 minutes, and they looked like they did in the first 4 minutes of the game.
Especially when you consider the fact that Illinois had all the momentum with the way that first half ended.
Riley inside. Nice move by Will Riley. Yates with the runner.
His ability to finish at the rim here today has been impressive. A couple times with the Euro step there, he's able to play through a bit of contact.
Biggest story of the day coming into this one as Riley leans in, knocks down the jumper, was the rebound.
Who's on the floor, playing the big, and that's a tough shot. Johnson with another rebound. He's inching closer and closer to a double-double. That's his 8th rebound. He's got a career-high 12 going. Riley pops, finally makes a bucket. Going this way. Joe Sedora on the floor, freshman from York, Pennsylvania. Riley kicks out. A.J. Red passed up the 3. Instead, Riley will take it from the corner and knock it down.
If you think you have better personnel, you want more possessions. If you don't think you have as good a personnel, you want less possessions. And Brad Underwood thinks he's got the best personnel in the country.
Will Riley, the touted front, and more.
And the 93 Bulls, put them on our schedule too. Let's go. He's not afraid.
No, he's not.
He doesn't want to play bye games. He just wants to play ranked teams. We didn't talk really a whole lot about this young man right here.
Yep. Together every week, what a weapon every night he could be.
Yep, and that's the difference, guy, between, you know, a really like high ceiling freshman that shows potential. He's got the ball right now, and a college star. Star, you get that moniker when you're consistent. When I can count on you every night to drop in between 15 and 20 points a game. And right now, Will Riley's not there, but he certainly can get there.
Under a minute now as A.J. Red, who came into the game, just handled for a moment for Illinois. Riley.
Shot going. He was near 40% three-point shooter at Arizona in 2 years. I mean, watch out, Big Ten. One of the better two-way players in the Big Ten Conference and the country, I'd say.
He is starting to become a fan favorite here as well, and he dishes in the corner. Right
at about 30% from the 3. He can shoot it, but I want to see him attack the basket just like that.
McCoy can't get it. Ball tipped around. Johnson has it. Here come the orange and blue. Riley down the lane. That's the violent type of drives that Brad Underwood wants. Game coming in overtime. That's a brutal stretch for a power conference team in the month of December.
And you could tell Coach Underwood loves it.
He does.
He loves it. He said, we want to face adversity. We want to get knocked down. We want to see what these guys.
Mitchell. Tears flying in there to contest. Caney left hand, no good. Follow, no good. Numbers for the Illini. Riley, Euro step. Got it.
Made them play in the half court.
Gibbs Lawhorn fades. And doesn't get the roll. Rebound Johnson. Third chance. Riley finally gets it to go. Nearly 4 minutes scoreless for Wisconsin. Ivisic can't hit the 3. Long rebound. White saves it. Riley inside for the Dukes.
The offensive glass. We're cutting. Those are the shots that Illinois wants to give up. And I thought in the Arkansas game, they did such a good job of encouraging Arkansas to shoot those mid-range pull-ups.
Almost another turnover there. Already 5 for Illinois in this first half. Riley gets inside and 2 more in the paint.
I love Will Riley.
Barnheiser. Oh, step back.
Good look. Markhouse just buckled back. Plenty of space on that mid-range. Again, those are the shots that Brad Underwood, he's done all the analytics. He wants mid-range jumpers being taken by the opponent.
Jonas.
Oh, what a pass.
Feed, oh my goodness.
Northwestern has really struggled at the rim.
Jonas, Ivisic, and now Riley, the open man. Riley penetrates all the way to the rim.
Well, now you're getting guys, because Ivisic has made it. Seen Arkansas, but they have just shut the water off. And Martinelli's missed a couple shots that he normally makes, but this is a very, very good defensive team at guarding the 2.
Oswald turns the corner with 10 on the shot clock. Another beautiful dime to Will Riley.
10 points off the bench for Billy Richmond III. Arkansas now down by 9.
And Riley quiet thus far.
Will Riley, major recruit.
Great range.
There it is. Will Riley cans it. The 3-point play. It's an 11-point cushion for Illinois.
Riley, has been quiet too when he's on the floor. I'd like to see him a little more aggressive.
Riley, pull up. It goes.
This kid's talented.
For them, he scored double digits each of their first 2 games before an injury brought his production down. He's getting back to healthy. He can be a weapon for them.
Another young man that they felt would be.
And his parents said, "You're just like our own little Bam Bam."
I was boo-boo, and I broke things too.
Boo Boo and Bam Bam will have a podcast one day soon.
Riley, really. Adjustment is usually the strength factor, the weight factor, going against older guys, and then the defensive end. You know, every possession, you can't take a possession off, especially when you get in the conference. Alley-oop! A lot of great memories, and obviously Coach Henson was really, really special.
Henson was so good. We showed that graphic earlier about how he's #1 all-time for Illinois head coaching wins by There's a
Champaign, Illinois native. Will Riley now will send it to Ben Hummerkaus. Will Riley gets the rebound and gets that one to rattle in. His name. Looks like the noodle fingers haven't put off the Hawks so far. Will Riley gets the KC Shaw now to Johnson to Flippin. Flippin off Johnson, but too strong. Yakachonis now quickly up the floor. Will Riley only gets set for a second, gets the finish and the foul. Or the conference, I should say. Howard winning the tournament and qualifying for the NCAA first 4. Will Riley gets the 3-pointer to formally so loud with students, and even with the Thanksgiving break exodus, has still proven to be quite the environment. Kerry Booth now will find Riley. Will Riley challenging Vassell. Will Riley, look at the moves from Riley and a sweet finish there. Boswell finding Will Riley. A near full rotation in the works for the Hawks. Nice best of the best. You see there Coach Underwood taking a seat. Boy, has this game changed a lot during his now 8 years at Illinois. But he has been one that has been willing to adapt. The roster overhaul. Will Riley, one of those products of that overhaul.
Tough shot inside, no good from Buru Nabalarua.
Nabalarua is going to be a tough matchup for Hummerkaus if he gets that much space.
First shot of the night,
young fella.
There's a 3 from the corner. And an offensive rebound by Gibbs Lawhorn, fresh 20.
See the floor spacing and the ball moving by the Illini.
Riley drives, hits another one.
Took some contact there, didn't matter.
Boswell drops it off. Here's Riley on the reverse. First 2 points of the night for the...
out-rebounding teams by 13 boards a game. Top 15 in the country. Riley can't hit the free throw. Lines up a three and it rattles in.
Doesn't want the easy.
There's up, no whistle. Wow. Yakachonis with the steal right back. Hummerkaus fakes, leaves it off. Riley hammers it.
Nice job. Display with his athleticism.
A starter at Notre Dame last year as a true freshman before transferring here to Illinois. Riley off the inbounds, buries the three. Baker on the inside, banks it in.
Baker doing a good job utilizing that rim to ward off any shot blocking attempt.
Sat out last year. He transferred from Akron where he redshirted, but it's been almost 2 years since he played in game action. Coach Baroni said he's going to get into a little bit better shape and will be a big difference maker for us. Riley catch and shoot. He got it, +1.
Here's Boswell. Takes a three himself. And in and out, Riley with the tip-in.
On the court, just being that grad and being around the game so long, he should know exactly what he's doing.
Yakachonis with it now. Screen set by Ivisic. Riley outside, takes a three. Good! Sophomore out of Lafayette, Indiana. Here's Yakachonis inbounding with it now. Riley catches the three, drains it.
On a little bit more. He's an elite shooter, elite scorer.
The block there from Kerry Booth. We mentioned his father's the all-time blocks leader at Penn State. Riley, the Euro step, gets it to...
Look, I don't need more of those three-pointers to try to get this lead a little bit softer. Oh, we see a little difference in defense. They're going to a zone.
You see here, Kasparis recognizing it. Riley in the corner. You can't... And he wasn't even supposed to be playing this year. He was originally in the class of 2025. Jake Davis doesn't get that one to fall. Will Riley there to...
I mean, even their assists, they have 14 assists to their 13 turnovers. Of course, we like to see turnovers go down, but their assists are definitely up there.
It's important to note, too, EIU's players really doing their best out there tonight. I mean, they've played a very solid basketball game, scoring 62 against a Brad Underwood coach squad. Underwood known for being able to coach defense. Here's Yakachonis outside, finding Riley wide open for the tray. His legs cut out from under him, but his fifth board of the game. Dre Gibbs, Lawhorn from way behind the arc. Riley there to corral it. Reverse and one! On Brewster. Brewster with a nice find to Curtis. Curtis is having a nice game. Gets rejected by Merez Johnson. Booth corrals the board. Riley with the heat check. For two. He's in double digits now and been impressive tonight for the Panthers. Will Riley takes a fade away and he gets it to